Hello, faithful people. I'm Maureen.
I'm Gary.
And we live in our RV full-time and travel. And sometimes you have to make tough decisions because there's a whole lot of stuff to see out there. And you have to decide what you have time for, money for. Let's go down that road. When we last left you, we were visiting Big Bend National Park. And there was one place we wanted to go. It was called Santa Elena Canyon Overlook. And it was the one place you're supposed to see if you go to Big Bend if you only have one day. Well, there's two ways to get there. And like I explained in the last video, you can only go there if you have, on the one route, the shortest route, if you have a 4x4, it's gravel, it's rough road. We couldn't do that. So the long way around was going up and down hills, mountains, and everything else. It was only about 40 miles from where we were camping to go all the way around and get to that point. But it takes about 2 hours to do it. And then it had to go back the same way we came, which is another 2 hours. So 4 hours just doing 60 miles or 70 miles or whatever just didn't seem like, that was frustrating. But then we found out that 170 goes right along the Rio Grande and is supposed to be the most scenic highway in all of Texas. So that's what we're doing instead. Here we go. So far we are not disappointed. That, I believe, over there is Mexico. And the Rio Grande is in between. So we're going to be going along the Rio Grande. We're going to be going through a state park, Texas State Park. Just what somebody with an RV likes to see.
Yeah.
Windy, curvy, steep going downhill.
And a warning of a 15-degree grade.
Yeah.
Wasn't for too long.
We just came out of Lajitas and now we are here. And this is the state park. It's a big area. It's Big Bend Ranch State Park. All we're going to be doing today is going along the river here, the Rio Grande, and going that way. So much to see just in the state of Texas. You could spend 2 years in Texas and not see everything. so funny, when we started this route, we were under the impression from what everybody said when they said the river road, that it would be right along the river, like down along the river. But this is mountain, and to have 15% grade is higher than the Rockies where we've gone through. And I thought the Rio Grande would be a lot bigger and bluer. It's very murky looking.
Don't think we'll go swimming there.
No. I just am amazed that this is a state park. It's about 3/4 the size of the Big Bend National Park. It's a little more than half the size. He just looked at our driver's licenses and greeted us with very, very friendly guy, very nice. And he was, every time we went over one of those speed bump things, because we have the RV behind us with more wheels to go, and that means bump, 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 bump. And every time we go over another one, he'd kind of go, kind of wince like. So, and he apologized that they did that, but he said a lot of people just kind of race through there. So, anyway, and we told him we hope we don't see too many crazies on the road. And he said, oh, don't worry, there'll be plenty. This is a mesquite tree, pretty sure. Look at the thorns on this. And when they come out of the ground, this is what comes up. This one shoot with all these very, very sharp thorns on them. You do not want to be out here at night without a flashlight. Yowzer. Yee. They have these markers all through here with different things about the history of the area and the history of the people that used to live here, about the railroad, the different kinds of plants that grow here. This one's way off, away from the others. There was one that talked about the mountains in the area, all in this whole area. This one talks about the geologic features. This historical marker talks about the Marfa Army Airfield. During World War II, the U.S. Army Air Forces established a significant number of training airfields across the state of Texas. Without reading the whole thing, they had housing, they had the airfield had 4 hangars, 5 runways, and several auxiliary fields in the area. Women's Army Corps unit was established in 1943. African American troops assigned primarily to motor pool duties. Trainees included Allied Chinese flying cadets, the first class arriving in September of 1944. After Germany surrendered in 1945, they deactivated the Marfa Army airfield and placed the installation on standby status. They formally deactivated the base in September 1945 and sold off some of the properties to for civilian purposes.
Marfa lights, mysterious and unexplained lights that have been reported in the area for over 100 years, have been the subject of many theories. The first recorded sighting of the lights was by rancher Robert Ellison in 1883, variously explained as campfires, phosphorescent minerals, swamp gas, static electricity, St. Elmo's fire, and ghost lights. The lights reportedly change colors, move about, and change in intensity. Scholars have reported over 75 local folk tales dealing with the unexplained phenomenon. And this is in 1988.
Yeah, and they have not been able to find any source of the lights during the daytime when they've done their searches either. So it is a mystery, and that's why it's called the Marfa Mystery Lights. We're going to close up this video quick, but that was really a cool place to stay, and we met some wonderful people. We met a couple from Abilene, Texas. They were from Dripping Springs, and I think I don't know if they live in Abilene or they were coming down from Abilene. And then we also met a gentleman from Houston, and the one from Houston knew a lot about these mystical lights, these mystery lights. So, and it was weird. You'd see like 2 white lights, and then you'd see 1, and then you'd see 3 over here, and then you'd see none over here, and then you'd see 1 up there, and then it was just weird. They just kind of kept coming and going and disappearing, and yeah, it was kind of creepy. Kept waiting for the UFOs to come and land. But anyway, that was fun. We stayed at the Marfa Mystery Lights Visitor Center. And that's where we were able to boondock for free. We had no cell service. 0. So now we're heading back to Marfa, which is about 8 miles. And then we are heading out to the next place. And it's just funny, we didn't even look at each other much, obviously, this morning to see that we're both wearing red. But Gary said we're heading for Valentine, Texas, so that must be it. All right, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button down below. Next to it, you'll see a little bell. Ring the bell, and you'll be notified every time a new video comes up. Check out our Facebook page, and until next time, God bless.